Hi, everybody. Thanks for tuning in again. So, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. So, it's daytime here in sunny Brighton. So, well, it's sunny for now. The weather's been all a bit all over the place. But yes, I thought that I would come from my bedroom today, my live and direct from my bedroom, because sleep is what I'd like to just have a little talk about today, because I think it's one of the biggest symptoms that I hear women talking about in menopause. It is brutal when you can't sleep. It affects everything. Your mindset, how we eat, how we communicate, how we work, how we look after ourselves, and how we look after others. And research tells us that 40 to 60% of menopausal women have sleep issues and sleep disturbances. So, again, I just want to make sure that you're fully aware that this is absolutely normal. Not normal that you're not sleeping, but a normal part of menopause. For me, it is the sometimes going to sleep. I could be lying there for ages, just rolling about the bed, or I get to sleep and then it's like sleep disturbances, waking up in the night, full body sweats, hot flushes is something that is obviously going to be a contributing factor to you waking up. That's really, really common. And then also, another thing, it's almost like that feeling if you have ever been pregnant in your lifetime so far, you obviously have to get up lots in the night to go and pee. And this is the second time I have a daughter who's 12 now, but it feels just like how it did when I was pregnant. You know, you're up and down all night. But obviously, when you're pregnant, it's because of you have a baby growing inside you. This is now due to the drop of hormones and the ability to hang on to basically go through the night and not have to get up in the night to pee. So it's another really annoying symptom of thinking, it's like, yeah, old lady bladder when I don't, I'm 48, but I don't feel, that old, but I feel like, yeah, having to get up once or sometimes twice in the night. I mean, I drink a lot of water. So yes, I do often get up quite a lot in the night. So things that I think can really help, lessen the kind of chances of you waking up more is making sure that you're not drinking too much caffeine. Obviously there's caffeine in chocolate. Stimulants, basically. Alcohol is exactly the same. It's another thing that I think within menopause intensifies what it does to the body anyway. Obviously causes, dehydration with alcohol. It's like you don't really need another reason to kind of wake up in the night and feel uncomfortable. I'm not a massive drinker. I can pretty much take it or leave it now. But if I do, I often find that I get these like red all over my neck, red across my nose. It's like, oh, spot the person who's had a couple of glasses of wine. So I definitely think that that is a contributing factor. So if you're finding that you're waking lots and that you do like a couple of glasses of wine, maybe think about, cutting it down a little bit and seeing if it makes a bit of a difference to your sleep. And definitely caffeine is obviously always known to be a contributing factor, but I think you're even more sensitive to it. I mean, I don't drink coffee at all now. Even decaf, I think in my head, it's almost like psychosomatic that I am, thinking that I've had coffee and even though it's decaf, it's a stimulant and I'm not going to sleep, So yeah, I just steer clear of coffee entirely. I do still drink tea, but obviously I have like a cut-off point and then don't drink anymore. And then it's obviously nighttime teas I'll drink, or a herbal chamomile or something like that. But yeah, those are just a couple of the things that I think is a big contributing factor to, it affects your mood, it affects your cognition, so making you grumpier and foggier basically. And as we get older, unfortunately, as we age, our sleeping patterns change and we need we not that we need less sleep, we just get less sleep, which is really, really annoying. And you go from being that night owl when you're younger or have children and you're partying or whatever it is, to then actually becoming an early bird, which I've never been. But now I probably wake up about 5:30, sometimes a bit earlier every single day. So yeah, it's funny how it swings around that, when you're younger, you're up really late and coming in the early hours, but then now as you get into your 40s and maybe 50s and possibly older, that you're just getting less sleep and a lot more disturbed and broken sleep, I find. I've got my tracker watch, and sometimes I think it's an absolute hindrance, and sometimes I just take it off and don't look at it, because I'll look and it'll be like, you had 54 minutes deep sleep, which is just horrendous because you're supposed to get between an hour and a half and 2 hours of deep sleep to have a really restful, proper sleep. Not the other stages of sleep like REM or core, but your deep sleep should be 1.5 to 2 hours. So yeah, that sometimes then just gets me a bit stressed. I'm like, oh, like my daughter at the moment has got a really hellish cough and she's up coughing all night, which obviously wakes me, and I have to make sure she's okay. And yeah, last night I got 54 minutes deep sleep. As you can see, I'm looking a bit bleary-eyed this morning. But yeah, that's really what I wanted to jump on and just quickly mention that sleep, it's really common. As I say in the beginning of the video, 40 to 60% of menopausal women do experience sleep problems, sleep issues, sleep disturbances. But yeah, I will possibly talk more at a later stage about some sleep hygiene that we can do that can, it's not going to completely take it away because it just doesn't, but just putting things in place that will help us have a better night's sleep. And having a lovely little bedtime ritual is also really nice. So I hope that was really helpful. I hope that you have a wonderful day, night and evening, and I'll talk soon. Lots of love.